Facebook Live Wednesday. I was debating on whether to take a break in July, and then I decided, you know what I need, which I'm hoping will benefit from anyone watching this who desires to learn how to let go and experience more peace, less stress, right? Less worrying about the future, less regretting about the past and wanting to redo what you feel you regret. So I've been reading this book that I highly recommend. It's called The Little Book of Letting Go. It's a revolutionary 30-day program to cleanse your mind, lift your spirit, and replenish your soul. It's by Hugh Prather. You can look him up on YouTube. If you want to just get little snippets of the book, look up summary. But I was thinking that in July, all 4 Wednesdays, I'll be sharing just a short tip on how to let go. A lot of people, right, they ask me, you wrote this book, Mama's Gotta Let Go, right? How to let go without losing your sanity. Have I lost my sanity? Multiple times. Do I still struggle with letting go? Definitely. But I was reading today, the secret to letting go is to remove expectations, right, from people, and you will remove their powers to hurt you. And I thought, how enlightening, because if we don't hang on to the shoulds, right? We don't hang on to the judgments as a parent. Oh my gosh, if I don't make sure that my child learns this lesson, if my child doesn't earn high grades, if my child doesn't learn how to behave how you feel they should behave, then you have not been a good parent or you're not preparing them for the future. Controlling. A lot of times I used to justify controlling as, no, I just want to make sure that fill in the blank. You want to make sure that your children are, we all want them to be well taken care of, but regarding their academics, regarding any extracurricular activities, regarding any behaviors that you feel you must help them improve, that's called controlling. And that's hard to let go. Last one, I struggle with this, being right. And I notice I do this. If I find that one of my family members said something wrong, or even a student, I had this argument with a 6-year-old when he called red orange. And then I let it go. Then I said, hey, look at this orange. Is that the same color as this red apple? And I kind of giggled because I thought, I am not letting go of being right. And, being right and letting go is one thing. Being right, needing control and make sure the other people around you know that they're wrong is a total different issue, right? So I thought, if you don't like something, many times, right, you just limit its power to control your peace. So lately I've been saying I'm not going to let anyone pop my peace bubble. What I want to do today is I'm just going to give you one of the exercises in here. And it says letting go of, right? There's only 3 things we need to let go of: judging, controlling, and being right. Release these 3 and you will have the whole mind of a twinkling heart of a child. So I want you to reframe the next time your teenager starts an argument, rolls their eyes, says, your 2-year-old says, I'm not going to do it, or no, right? Look at this as your child simply trying to take the wheel, and it's a good stage because they are exercising their desire to be independent. Of course, we're thinking, no, we don't have time for that. You're just too young to take control. I need to show you what to do, the right way to do it, the right belief system, the right way to think, the right way to do a math problem. And I've been learning a lot from my students, right? So letting go of judgment and control has no downside. What can we do? And so this is the suggested time to try it for 1 or more days. The next time you're in a store, you're in a restaurant, you're maybe at work, you're at the mall, pick out 1 or 2 individuals and in practice become them for just a few minutes. How does it feel to wear their clothes? How does it feel to be in their head? And the reason why I say this is I'll share a little experience that my husband went through yesterday. He went to fix my battery. He basically wanted to exchange the battery since it was only like 2 weeks after the warranty expired. So he went there. This lady was very, very, what can you call it? Disrespectful, not professional, and just plain mean. And then he's a mechanic of over, 40 years of experience, or maybe 30 years of experience. Anyway, he's a seasoned mechanic who owned his own auto shop many moons ago. So he's telling her about, how the alternator is supposed to charge a battery. And she goes, no, the alternator does not charge the battery, or whatever it was. And then my husband looks in the back, and this cop says, well, the last time I checked, yeah, that's what the job of the alternator, that's what it does. And of course, I immediately put myself in this female who works at a store that sells car parts and, helps people. And I'm thinking she must feel that she is being spoken to condescendingly multiple times a day because she's a female. And sometimes she might not know what she's saying, but she speaks with authority, and she's going to make sure that people respect her by speaking in that authoritative tone, not realizing that she was just not professional. And so she says something like, well, do you want the battery or not? And the problem was that the manager had said, you know what, give them the battery for free. It's only been, less than a month since the warranty expired. And so she would not do it. So he leaves and the police officer says, wow, you did take the higher road, because this is where a lot of domestics happen when there's a conflict. I give you a lot of credit. So he comes home and he says, so I just paid $200 for a battery that should have been covered in a warranty. I said, technically, it was 5 days past warranty. But the problem was that the manager had approved it, but did not tell that employee, who happened to be another manager, by the way. But the whole thing about this story is each one believed that they're right. If you put yourself, say, in your teenager's shoes, or your significant other's shoes, or maybe an irate coworker, a demanding boss, put yourself in their shoes for just a little bit. And like I said, this suggestion is called release, a release exercise. Suggested time frame, try it 1 or more days. But to try doing this, and if it's enjoyable, and it might not, but it will give you perspective. And when you put yourself in your child's shoes, no matter what age, it gives you mega perspective, because you will recognize why, as a parent, your children are annoyed at how, demanding, how controlling, that you nag. And as a parent, we feel, no, I'm just doing my job. I'm trying to teach you the right way. I'm trying to make sure you do your chores and carry out your responsibilities. So I would like you to try that exercise. It is a way to let go. I've done it. And my energy just shifts when I put myself in my daughter's shoes. I have a 20-year-old and a 26-year-old. And you just tell yourself, wait a minute. I remember my mom nagging me, or you can tell yourself, I remember when either parent, right, made you feel less than, or made you feel criticized, maybe judged, and ask yourself, do you want to do the same thing to your child, maybe to your significant other, maybe to a friend who says something that you know is just the wrong way to think? Right? There was a lot of controversies, a lot of friendships that ended over disagreement over vaccines, quarantine, now Roe versus Wade. And you think of every argument that sometimes develops into a violent outcome, where sometimes, crimes are committed. Whenever I hear on the news that a child, sometimes you're 17, 20 something, 30 something, and they kill a sibling or a parent, you know that bottom line, they were not able to let go. So when I thought my mission is to share, whoever is willing to listen to me, read what I have, or just watch my Facebook Lives or my tips. Follow me on TikTok, Letting Go with Aloha. Instagram, also Letting Go with Aloha. Really appreciate the positive support that I've been receiving. I feel that, okay, I think I won't take a break for a while. I really was thinking about it because today I only have one student. I thought I'm going to relax, and I thought I can relax doing this. It truly is a mindset, guys. No matter what you have to do, and that's what my soul sister Jessalyn reminds me of. You know, these shoulds. I thought, no, it's not like I should do these Facebook Lives. It's an opportunity that I get to have fun sharing my thoughts, maybe suggestions on how you can let go. So I'll repeat that short exercise. Try it one day or possibly more, just for a few minutes. Put yourself in another person's shoes, whether it's a stranger that you see at the mall, at work. Maybe put yourself in your child's shoes, your significant other's shoes, or someone that you're really, really annoyed with. Flip that table and put yourself and ask yourself, why are they feeling that way? Why do you feel so irritated? And find out more about yourself. And tell yourself, it truly is an exercise in being uncomfortable, because I'm letting you know it's going to feel uncomfortable when you're, suppose you're putting yourself in the position of someone who totally disagrees with you, whether it's a value, a judgment, and it goes against every grain of your belief system. But you put yourself in that person's shoes and you allow yourself to, just for a minute or two, to see why. You can actually understand why they feel the way they do and go, oh, that's why they're so passionate about believing something that I totally think is wrong. So that's my Facebook Live Wednesday. Try this step. If you have time, search The Little Book of Letting Go by Hugh Prather, Prather. Amazing information on how we can rewire our brain so that we can cleanse our mind, right? Lift our spirit, replenish our soul. Because who does not want more peace in our lives? It truly is up to us. We get to choose whether to hang on to something or let it go. Thanks, guys, for watching. And let me know if there are any topics you want me to cover, any concerns or struggles that you're having. Let me know, and I'll turn it into a letting go tip in the future. Thanks. Bye. Thanks, Des. And thanks, Christina, for popping in.